Good evening. Good to see you again. Let's stand, let's worship. He leads me out, calls my name, and my joy to do what he says. When I'm lost, my shepherd sings and tells me where to go. Praise might be the only way I'm getting free. Praise, sing when you got nothing left to say. Praise takes confusion, puts it on the enemy. When the wicked come to drag me down, yeah, I just release that sound. You dress me in joy, I put on praise, and you hide me in your ways. Sing it with me. Oh, praise might be the only way I'm getting free. Praise, sing it when you got nothing left to say. Praise takes confusion, puts it on the enemy. We're gonna sing that again. Sing it with me. Praise, yeah. Praise might be the only way I'm getting free. Praise, sing it when you got nothing left to say. Praise takes confusion, puts it on the enemy. Hey. Sing for joy, you barren one. A song of thanks makes a miracle come. So I praise that holy name, give glory to the Son. Oh, yeah. Praise might be the only way I'm getting free. Praise, sing it when you got nothing left to say. Praise takes confusion, puts it on the enemy. Let's do that again. Sing it, praise, yeah. Oh, praise might be the only way I'm getting free. Praise, sing it when you got nothing left to say. Praise takes confusion, puts it on the enemy. Yeah, 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 no place is safe from your presence. Yeah, no place is safe from your presence. Yeah, no place is safe from your presence. Oh, yeah. save from your presence. Oh, yeah. We have no place to save from your presence, Lord. Yeah. No place to save. Praise might be the only way I'm getting free. Praise, sing it when you got nothing left to say. Praise, oh, takes confusion, puts it on the enemy. Yeah. One more time, sing it with me. Praise, yeah. Praise might be the only way I'm getting free. Praise, sing it when you got nothing left to say. Praise, oh, takes confusion, puts it on the enemy. Yeah.
And so wherever you're at this week, that you are encouraged. I love that line. Praise takes confusion and puts it back on the enemy. And isn't that what we felt? Isn't that what we still feel? It seems like the confusion has shifted. You go back 8 weeks ago and the confusion was, what in the world are we walking into? The confusion was the uncertainty and the anxiety we felt. Now the confusion is, it seems to be how fast to get back, when to get back, and there's all kind of talking heads in the midst of it. And then we feel one way one day, we feel another way the next day. So there's just all types of in between, and I love that all the confusion, what praise does, it puts it back on the enemy. And we hope these times have been encouraging to you, that just maybe in the midst of it all, we wanted to be a presence in your life. We wanted to be the voice of maybe hope, a voice of peace, a voice of calm, a voice of rest. So if we can pray for you, our staff's praying right now with you, literally. They're online looking how we can pray. I've loved going back and look at our prayer wall and see prayers that have been answered, prayers that have been prayed, how many people have prayed for that. Just know in this season, one thing I said on Sunday in the post-interview was, none of us are really able to do a lot of advanced planning, and what the Lord's done is press back me saying in that sometimes your comfort level's too much in planning and not enough in praying. And so in this season, I've learned just to be still and know, even in a new and a fresh way. And right now we want to, as you pray, as you communicate with God, pray with you. One of my favorite passages is Matthew 14. It's been years since I've taught it, but I remember it's kind of the first passage that has just ever leapt as a visual of Jesus' life in the midst of Jesus' ministry. And Jesus has been doing ministry, and all types of people were around him. And he told the crowds, I want you to go on over to the other side. And as they do, you see the disciples he sends to the other side of the lake too. In Matthew chapter 14, in the middle of the night, Jesus does what Jesus does, and he goes across the lake, but instead of going around it, he just walks right across it. He's Jesus. So Matthew's captured this moment for us. In the fourth watch of the night, which means really like you can see it, Matthew 14, verse 22 through 30 right in there. The fourth watch of the night means it's really late. Jesus is walking across the water. The miracle working Jesus. We don't believe we worship a God who did miracles. We believe we worship a God who does miracles. If you follow Jesus far enough, long enough, sooner or later you will walk into the impossible things that he can do. Far enough and long enough. And so you see this picture, and Jesus is walking out. I think he was just being Jesus. Peter looks up and goes, it's a ghost. Now, just a few hours before, Jesus had fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves and 2 fish. He had provided more than he had because he's Jesus. That's what he can do. You know that right now, that whatever's in your life, he gives you more. He takes what you have and he can bring provision for more. He's just done that. They fed 5,000 men alone, not counting babies and kids, and had plenty left over from 5 loaves and 2 fish. A few hours later, Jesus begins to walk out. Peter, who was always the loudmouth, he freaks out. It's a ghost, which I would have said, you would have said, we all would have said. Jesus looks at him and goes, relax, chill, man. It's me. That's Jason paraphrasing. Maybe the message, I don't know. But it's Jason paraphrasing. Relax, chill out, man. It's me. And Peter says, if it's you tell me to come out to you. And Jesus says, come on. And so you see in the scripture, Peter begins to step out and to walk on the water. And everything's good. Then look at what verse 30 says. But when he, speaking of Peter, saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, Lord, save me. Jesus immediately reached out his hand, took hold of him, and said, oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt? And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshiped and saying, truly you are the Son of God. So Peter steps out, keeps his eyes locked on him. He begins to kind of realize what he's in the midst of, and he takes his eyes off of Jesus. The question that I have come back to in this season is, what is it that quickly takes my eyes off Jesus? What is it that quickly takes my eyes off Jesus? We've talked an awful lot about anxiety and stress in this season and fear because we've all felt it and uncertainty. That does, but I'm asking you right now, what is it that takes your eyes quickly off Jesus? Because as certain as Peter was as he stepped out, hey, if it's you tell me to come to you. Jesus said, come on. Right now, he's teaching you. He's calling us to walk in faith. But what is it that quickly turns our eyes away? That's what I wonder. Because you do and I do. It's not like it happens once a month. It's a daily thing that takes our attention away. If you're like me, you have the gift of ADHD, which means you can always be moving. Always be thinking ahead. Always be in 5 conversations in your head, not in the one that you're in. You're quickly and easily distracted. And so what is it that takes us? I love what Pastor Matt Pylan says, that in this storm, we're all in the same storm, but we've been in different boats. I think that is true. And so what that means is there are different things. I don't know, maybe it's your past and you quickly remember what you've done or where you've been. Maybe, I don't know, that's for you. Maybe it's the pressure of your finances. Maybe it's the stress of your job. And no matter what you want to do, is you want to walk forward with joy and peace and love and patience. What happens is you begin to turn and look towards this. Jesus' response is, oh, you have little faith, and he reaches out and grabs him. Jesus doesn't punish him and let him sink. Jesus is faithful to reach out and grab Peter. What I am saying to us is what I found in this season is to drill down in my life. If I can be honest with you, what this season has given me is a chance to drill down on specific things in my life. What specifically takes my eyes off of walking straight ahead with Jesus? Is it the pressure? Is it your peers? Is it everybody's commentary? Is it my internal angst? Is it my finances and my pressure? Is it I've been there and done that? What is it that makes me quickly trust more in my experience and more in my instinct than walking in the Spirit? And for Peter, it was all the things that were going on around him, the wind and the waves. As long as his eyes were on Jesus, he walked firmly straight ahead. And this is me not saying you're somebody. This is me not pointing your finger saying, put your eyes back on Jesus. This is me saying, I'm raising my hand for all of us. We quickly divert our attention. That happens for fathers. It happens for mothers. It happens for teenagers. It happens for some of you college students. For some of us, and this is us just saying, what is it? Put a name to it. What is it that distracts you? Maybe it's loneliness. Maybe it's lust. Maybe it's greed. Maybe it's a quick temper. Maybe it's frustration. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but let's just right now, with your head bowed and eyes closed, put words to it. Who and what quickly pulls my attention away? Because we do. Of walking confident. Peter was like, hey man, if it's you, you tell me to come out. He steps out, begins to walk, and is quickly diverted. Rightfully so. There was a storm. And maybe it's been in this season, it's just been hard to find direction and hard to find clarity and hard to hear clearly. So just in this moment, put words to it. What distracts, what quickly takes our eyes off. And this is just us on a Thursday, just confessing it before God and recentering our eyes on the one. Because what I love about that picture is like, Peter, can you believe he took his eyes off Jesus? What's beautiful about that picture is even though Peter took his eyes off Jesus, Jesus never took his eyes off Peter. And Jesus picks him up, reaches down and goes, whoa, where are you going? See, our faith is not that our eyes are firmly fixed. Our faith is that our Jesus doesn't let go. Our faith isn't based on our eyes always being firmly fixed on Jesus. Our faith is based on the fact that Jesus' grip is firmly fixed on us. That's it right now. Just know this. You're quickly distracted. You quickly divert. But our faith rests in the fact that Jesus grabs and picks and holds us no matter how quick our distraction goes. I've said it before. We always have this tendency to go, boy, I've let God down. Here's the relief this Thursday night. You were never holding him up to begin with. I just screwed up so many times. It's a good thing your faith isn't based on what you've gotten wrong. Your faith is based on what Jesus got right. One bad decision doesn't change your life. One good decision to follow Jesus, say yes, will. And so we're reminded of the storm. And the storm looks different than maybe it did 8 weeks ago. But we all quickly divert our attention, and thank God our faith does not rest in our ability to keep our eyes firmly fixed on Jesus. Our faith rests on Jesus' firm grip on us. I can't believe Peter took his eyes off. You would have too. Come on. I just can't believe. He's seen, no. You and I have seen Jesus' faithfulness so much in our life. I've seen it for years, and yet I am quickly distracted. My attention is quickly diverted. This is us saying in this moment, thank God he is the one that picks us up. He's our defender. Can we worship with you tonight right where you're at? Can we encourage you and just claim that over us? Thank God he's the one that picks us up. He's the one that lifts us up. Take a deep breath. You were never holding him up. What is it that quickly distracts us? Own it. Knows that his grip never lets you go. Ma'am, his grip never lets you go. The beautiful picture of Peter walking on water was not, I can't believe Peter sank. The beautiful picture is even when Peter's attention went somewhere else, Jesus was firmly fixed on him. So Father, it is in your name that we rest. It's in your name that we celebrate. It's in your name that we take confidence. In the name of Jesus, we worship. Shevis, lead us.
You go before I know that you've even gone to win my war. You come back with the head of my enemy. You come back and you call it my victory. Oh, yeah. You go before I know that you've even gone to win my war. Your love becomes my greatest defense. It leads me from the dry wilderness, and all I did was pray. All I Oh, you know before I do where my heart can see to find your truth. Your mercy is the shade I'm living in. You restore my faith and hope again. And all I did was pray. And all I did was worship you, Jesus. And all I did was bow down, oh yes. And all I did was stay still, and you came for me. You always have, you always will, Jesus. And hallelujah, you have saved me. It's so much better your way. And oh, hallelujah, great defender. So much better your way. Sing hallelujah, hallelujah, you have saved me. So much better your way. And oh, hallelujah, great defender. So much better your way. So much better your way. And when I thought I lost me, you knew where I left me. You reintroduced me to your love. You picked up all my pieces, put me back together. You are the defender of my heart. And when I thought I lost me, you knew where I left me. You reintroduced me to your love. You picked up all my pieces, put me back together, yes. And you are the defender of my heart. And when I thought I lost me, you knew where I left me, God. And you reintroduced me, yeah, well, to your love. You picked up all my pieces, you put me back together. And you are the defender of my heart, yeah, yeah. Oh, hallelujah, you have saved me. So much better your way, yes it is. And oh, hallelujah, great defender. So much better, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, how you saved me, God. It's so much better your way. And oh, hallelujah, great defender. So much better your way. So much better your way. So much better your way. And all I did was praise. And all I did was worship. All I did was bow down. Yeah. All I did was stay still. And all I did was praise you. And all I did was worship. All I did was bow down.
maybe on this Thursday night, you watching this, that really all God's been saying to you is just still, be still, just stop, just be still. I feel like that's been something that over the past 8 weeks, God has been consistently saying, just be still, stand still, sit down, stop, keep your mouth shut, be still, be still. I feel like a 5-year-old kid still can't figure it out, still trying to sneak off the couch when he told me to sit still. And yet there's something about the act of worship, of sitting still. For some people, that is really difficult to do. Sitting still is not just not moving your body, it is setting your mind on Him. It is listening to Him. I know for many of you, it being Thursday night, some of you have been helping homeschool your kids all week, and you got one more day, and it's exhausting at this point. For you moms, Mother's Day is coming up this Sunday, and excited about celebrating you and who you are. But I just want you to know that it is very important that during this time where we cannot be together physically, that we stay connected this way, where you're able to send us your prayer requests and let us know what's going on, where you're sending us things that you know God's doing. Just really thankful for you and really excited about where God is taking us and what's coming next. So just want you to know that we love you very much. For those of you sitting at home by yourselves and you've been having to be by yourself for a while, we're with you and we love you. Don't give up. And for the rest of us, for us, it's a choice to give hope in a situation where everybody seems hopeless, to go, God is in control. All of our hope and faith and trust is in Him. So just know that you are loved, you are missed, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.